Hey guys, enter the stars. Thanks for showing up this morning. Let's make sure we're connected first, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I decided to do this show today because I had some trolls that were coming on to the channel and saying, oh, it's just a movie, or it's just this, or it's just that. And in all of its elemental pieces, yes, some of these things might be just this or just that. But when you put together, a different picture emerges. Let's make sure we are all connected up. For those of you that are joining the live show today on YouTube, look in the link in the description of this live stream, and that is where you will be able to get to the chat. Otherwise, there is no chat for the YouTube live stream. We're getting off of YouTube. We're over it. And there's a good reason for us to be over it, because they've really pulled a number on the free thinkers in the society. And they basically sidelined us, marginalized us, and are trying to make us look crazy. And so we need to start our own platforms, free of trolls, free of censorship. And on this website, enterthestars.com, you can view the live shows. The link, enterthestars.com, stars.com, /live/. And that will be the new home of all live shows. Now, the really cool thing about this, as you guys can see before we get into today's topic, is the chat will now record in stream. The chat will record in stream. So, many of you have requested this. You've been asking me, you're like, hey, Casey, we need to, get this chat in stream so that we can all view the chat, okay? And so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this. Sometimes the source drops out. There's some small glitches, but for the most part, I think we're going to have a good stream, and we're going to be all good, you guys. Now, what else has been going on with this? Well, Alefantis is, in fact, he painted a picture for himself, a picture of deception, a picture of guilt, and a picture of so many other things that seem to incriminate him. And I wanted to take this show and put it all together. Now, those of you in the chat notice that every once in a while this thing pops up. It's an error in the chat that's going to happen. When that happens, just go ahead and refresh the page. It's going to happen. Happens in YouTube sometimes. This is what happens. So hopefully we will get through that. For now, it looks good. I see some more coming in. Now, just a quick refresher on the site before we get into today's topic. You can, if you do want to choose a chat name, you just go down here and it says log in. You can log in and set up a name, but remember your login, because that will be your name. If you try to go back in and set it up again, it's going to say that name's already been used. And that's happened to a couple of you. So just go back, remember your login, and you'll get that name back when you log in. Or you can come in as anonymous, and no one will, you can just do it that way as well. We'll familiarize you with the chat. On the bottom, you're going to see the number of users down here in the corner. Again, that's all going to record in stream. So you guys come in here and chat away. You're going to see the globe down here showing where everyone's at around the world, all the free thinkers just like you and I. Okay, so what do we have here, you guys? Let's pull up this here. Now, all the evidence is in, and we're going to take a complete look at James Alefantis. I think everybody here would agree that several elements within a person's life gives us a general idea about who that person is. I mean, this is just simple investigative work. This is simple common knowledge. This is psychologically correct assumption to make. In all the models used out there to determine a person's guilt or innocence, in law enforcement and all these things, they look at associations, and these associations can either absolve a person of guilt or suspicion, or they can increase the suspicion. So what is the disconnect here? Why do we have all of the suspicion on this or all of this evidence on this person, associations, but no suspicion? And I think we all know the answer to that. It is because these people are protecting him. Plain and simple. Anyone else with all the associations that I'm about to show you right now, you would agree would need to be someone that would need to be investigated. But in this case, it's not. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about his friends. I'm talking about his mannerisms. I'm talking about his hobbies, his interests. So this analysis that we're going to do today is going to be helpful in aligning all the facts, and then we're going to present to you James Alefantis. We're going to present his complete body of work so that we can develop a picture of who this person is. And you're going to see very quickly that normal people do not immerse themselves in the types of activities and symbolism that this man does. I did hear that his middle name was Achilles. And that's where we're going to start our journey today. Because in some of our videos, we talked about his mother, or his grandmother, who was a member of the mother of Pan, of this group. Now, I'm going to play some of these videos so that we have the complete body of work, so that you guys can see what exactly is going on here. Let's get this started. All right, you guys. So, just a quick recap. We were talking about Nomeo and Penelopea. Penelopea was the mother of Nomeo, which means domino. But Penelopea also means to peel away. And we explained to you that a peel was the tool that's used to take pizzas out of the oven. Now, Nomios is another word for Pan the god. And we know that Alefantis himself, in a picture, was saying, "That's me," when they were showing a picture, a statue of Pan. Someone said, "That looks like Alefantis, me," under his Jimmy Comet persona. So we know all of this. These are facts. Now, this is interesting because now we have more pieces to the puzzle. Because not only have we identified Nomios, the daughter or the son of Penelope, we know that Nomios is Pan. And we know that peeling away suggests the shearing of sheep or the skinning of animals. And we know that in these torture chambers, that they skin humans alive. We know this. All of this begins to fit together. Here's the discovery by Run to Christ, an obituary from the grandmother of James Alefantis. Here's the obituary. I pulled it up. Please support Run to Christ. Subscribe to his channel. He's definitely underrated channel here on YouTube. Does a lot of great work similar to my own. Here's the obituary. Helen Alefantis. It names James Alefantis as her grandson, and it says that she is part of the daughters of Penelope. So you're asking, what are the daughters of Penelope and how do they fit into Penelopea, the mother of Pan, Nomios? Here's how they fit in. This is admitted, Hellenistic, that is Greek. Maids of Athena is a junior auxiliary to the daughters of Penelope. They admit that this is all about ancient Greek. And now you know that Pan, being James Alefantis, his name scrambled, saying, or I feel Satan's jam. That is his anagram, scrambled. So now we begin to put all of the occult puzzle pieces together, which is why Alefantis admits to being the god Pan in the Instagram picture that we covered on the show last night. This is simply unbelievable. Without the help of Run to Christ, I would have never found this because I wasn't digging into this. And I believe this goes far deeper. I believe this goes back to Sandy Hook. Why do you say that, Casey? Because in the White House visitor logs under the Freedom of Information Act. Now, I wanted to break that out for you guys because that was the first step in basically identifying this man in history that goes back through his family. Now, any one thing doesn't mean anything, but when you tie in together the fact that not only was his mother daughter of Penelope, which is the daughter of Pan, right? Penelope was the daughter of Pan. We also understand that he admits to being Pan. He admits to it. He says, there's a picture on Instagram, this picture actually that you're looking at right here. And in there, as his Jimmy Comet persona, he admits to, this is me. He goes, that's me. I'm Pan. Okay. So now we're beginning to build the puzzle of everything that's going on here. Now, this is the occult side of this. This is outside of any physical evidence that we may or may not have with regards to the allegations. We're simply looking at all this. Now, I do want you guys to note here that James Alefantis denied having a basement, and a channel that I just shared this morning had a video in which they identified the basement, the kill room, and where it was. And it is not on the site of Comet Ping Pong on that block. It is in a different location near a schoolyard. But they found it. It was conclusive evidence demonstrating what was going on with that. So does he have a basement at Comet Ping Pong? Technically, maybe not, but he does have a basement and at another location. So I wanted to bring you guys up to speed on that as well. Now let me go in here in the chat. Everybody's good. Sound is excellent. Sound gets hung up. Yeah, that's probably happened because I was playing that video. So I'm gonna have to be careful how I do that. All right. Just looking in the chat real quick because they're saying a little bit of reverberation like an echo. LinkedIn shows his media connections. Looks like media connections through his old job. All right. Good morning, you guys. Glad everybody could make it out. Wow, this chat's working really well. Okay, cool. Let's continue on with this because there's more evidence. There was a music video that was filmed inside of Comet Ping Pong. If you don't believe me, come to this video and check it out. And in this music video, in fact, I think I only uploaded the full decode on this on my website. So look for this title, Bizarre Eyes Wide Shut video filmed inside Comet Ping Pong. I did a full decode on the music video that was filmed inside of there. And inside of Comet Ping Pong, they are doing this music video where they're wearing these masks that are called dominoes. That's the name of the mask. It's an ancient Venetian mask that they use. It's the same mask that they used in the film Eyes Wide Shut. They're called dominoes. There's also horns in this video. There is also a man holding a stick with a skull on it, eating it. Okay, so there's cannibalism references in here. Again, I didn't upload the video, the main decode video on this because it contained their footage and I didn't want to get a copyright. So this is a perfect example of how we are going to move forward with enterthestars.com because the content is up here in my story posts, but not over there. Now, eventually they're going to come and attack my channel. They could even, prosecute me, but they know that you have to have money for them to sue you, and I don't have any money. So they can run their mouth and spin their wheels all they want. But over here on YouTube, it's just automatic. If I play this person's content, I go down with a notification or a strike. But that's not going to happen here. So check out the full video. It's in the story posts of this bizarre music video that was filmed inside Comet Ping Pong. Again, with all of this pagan ritualistic imagery. It just follows this man. Okay? With the eyes wide shut masks, Masonic mask, as you can see here, as well as cannibalistic references. Okay. Now, this goes on because this isn't the first time James Alefantis has run into trouble or allegations. He was accused of harboring a business that would create rape and murder in the local neighborhood. Yes, 2008 is when this happened. Now, what was this about? Well, he was trying to get permits to have his ping pong table out front on this street on Connecticut Avenue, right out in front of Comet Ping Pong Pizza, and the local neighborhood commissioner objected to it. What they're not telling you is the rest of the story. And if you dig into this video here, breaking 2008 Alefantis accused of rape and murder by local commissioner, there's links to the audio of the man who was basically doing an investigation into James Alefantis and Comet Ping Pong Pizza. And on the surface, they try to write it off as if this man was just, hanging out, doing his thing, and he just didn't want James Alefantis to have a permit for this ping pong table. But if you dig deeper and you look at the commissioner's actions, which was undercover sting operation that he did, he actually drove by at night and filmed the front of this place. That's not normal behavior for a commissioner unless there's something else he was looking for. And that, I believe, is what happened. He was looking for something else. Not only that, during the hearing, the public hearing, James Alefantis was so worried about what this man would find or not getting approved for this that he went out and basically riled up all of his customers. And my guess is he probably paid many people to show up to this public hearing. And as soon as this commissioner started to talk and started saying these words of rape and murder at Comet Ping Pong, he was immediately drowned out by the noise of the protesters. Didn't even really get a chance to speak. Does that not sound suspicious to you for all these people to come and defend this ping pong place? And does it sound suspicious to you that this man was out front of this ping pong place getting video footage, trying to find something on this guy? There's more to the story. Okay? Now, James Alefantis did a couple of short films. Okay? He produced them. He actually produced them. He's got an IMDb page. This isn't fake news. This is real. He admits it. He's updated his page on IMDb, Internet Movie Database. He did 2 films, both of which, again, contain satanic references. This one is called Chapel Perilous. And in it, we see a guy who grows horns, just like Pan, the god Pan. He grows horns. There is a serpent. They talk about the cosmic serpent in Chapel Perilous. They talk about the alien DNA. All of this is in this short 13-minute movie that he produced. He's in the credits at the end of the film. Again, more references to this strange occult worship. Okay? You can't make it up. It's a pattern. And anyone that doesn't understand that it's a pattern is in denial. Now, you're probably saying, okay, Casey, this guy does a bunch of weird stuff, but that doesn't make him evil or bad. Well, in my book, it makes him evil, but, not necessarily by the standards of the laws of this United States, because people have free thought and free speech, right? Well, in this instance, at least it warrants an investigation. I don't care if he's broken no laws. At least it warrants an investigation. And what we're getting from the media is a complete cover-up. And that should raise all kinds of alarm bells for all of you. All right, I'm in the chat. How do you guys like to chat? Let me hear your feedback. And then we'll continue on. LA says the sound is great. I guess you can pick your own color in the chat, how you want to show up. Again, don't forget to look at the map in the bottom. You can see all the people around the world. Looks like we got 56 people in here, and the server is holding. And I'm really excited about this, you guys. I'm glad we finally got this going. It's going to only go up from here. This site will always be free. I will never, ever ask you for a donation or a dime or anything. Instructions on how to support the site are in the newsletter. And again, it doesn't involve you giving us any money. Go to the newsletter that I send out. If you're not a part of the newsletter, when you come to the site, there will be a pop-up that says join the newsletter. That's how you join the newsletter. And you'll get notifications on everything here. We're going to be doing real talk. I'm sorry, not real talk. It's now Underground World News. We're going to be doing that here this evening, if I can stay awake. And you guys will get to experience the show through this website. So, what else do we have here? So this goes on. The panspermia cult, all this stuff just ends up permeating through this man's work. He also produced another film called something at Sea. What was the name of it called? It was called Automatic at Sea. Okay. Now, what's Automatic at Sea? Let's take a look. Let's pull this up. Now, it's about a man who ends up basically going to an island. He seduces a woman to come to the island with him. She decides halfway through the trip that she's not having it. She's not into him. And it's supposed to be some bizarre film about basically being in some kind of alternate reality. Now, here's my problem with this film. He's got this Kickstarter campaign, okay? And they're trying to raise money to finish the editing on this. I guess the film has already been shot. Here's the logo for the film. Again, the Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail, the dark side versus the light side. Pure evil. This is Saturn. It's right in your face. Here's some screenshots from the film. These are the kind of people we're dealing with. They also had some wolf references in the promo video on their, I guess you could call it their Kickstarter campaign site. I'm not going to go to it right now, but there's a promo video, and in that promo video, they have the wolf sitting on the edge of a bathtub by the sea, okay, and many, many references that I decoded in, I believe it was one of these videos. I think I did maybe a live show. Maybe it's in this one here, in this live show here. So all of these stories are posted at my website. I'm glad you guys could all come in today. This was going to be a short show. I just wanted to line out the evidence, provide you guys with some links and some references to be able to check it out. Also get you guys a feel for the website and get you guys all over here into the chat. Again, you're definitely going to want to bookmark the site. Come in and check it. You guys never know when I'm going to go live. Sometimes I just pop on here. This is where I'm going to be. If you bookmark the site, it will be here for you, and you can just hang out. Sometimes you'll see a countdown of me, about to launch a video. Other times you're not going to see a countdown. You're just going to see the screen. But at any time I could go live, and now that I have a way to do it that is easier, faster, with more resources, then it's going to work out really, really well. Now, what are some of the other advantages to enterthestars.com other than us being outside of the censorship bubble? Well, they're also going to not be unsubscribing you guys from my channel. Everything that you do when you come over here, well, it'll be a record, and we won't have to worry about them taking you away from me anymore. This has happened to a lot of people. Now, what used to happen is they would actually unsubscribe people from the channel. They would do this often. Now, for you guys who love this channel and then come here, probably many of you guys that are in the chat right now and watching this live stream, that's not a big deal because you'll just resubscribe to the channel, right? Because you like my work. But think about what would happen if you were new to the channel and you just happened to like my channel and you probably subscribed and then you just went on with life. Well, if you just went on with life, you would forget about this channel and you would never have the opportunity to continue to follow this channel. This is what they bank on because, see, they own the media. They own everything, and they just want to basically flood your mind, your consciousness with a bunch of empty things so that you forget about the things that are important, which is the journey to find the truth. And then we all wake up each and every day and we're miserable. And we don't even know why. It's because we haven't done inner healing. It's because we haven't gotten rid of the things in our life that cause us harm. We haven't relied completely on God. And then we never get to the bottom of it. And that's what the devil banks on, because eventually he knows that you're just going to give up and say, what's it all for? And you're just going to go with the flow, right? Go with the crowd. That's what he's banking on. Well, all that stops here, because when you sign up for the newsletter, I'm going to announce to you, and they're not going to, the newsletter, you're in control of whether you're or not you're subscribed. You can opt out or you can opt in. If you're getting too many emails from me, opt out. You won't get them. But if you want to make sure that you're going to get an email from me announcing any new uploads, keeping you in the loop, keeping you reminded, then you want to sign up for the newsletter. It's really easy to do. All you got to do is provide your email address. Any of you that want to send me a personal email, I can add you myself if you want, if that's easier. That will keep you in the loop. We got almost 1,000 people sign up for the newsletter. That's awesome, you guys. 1,000 active people that want to see these videos. Now, I promise I'm not going to spam you. I may send out an email every other day. I may send out an email once a week. It all depends on what's going on the channel. And that's where we're at with that. The beauty of it is that we're going to stay connected. They can't unsubscribe you from the from the site, okay? And all the information is going to go through here. Now, the cool thing too is all my YouTube work is going to stay here, and the channel is protected because I'm not going to be uploading sensitive material to my main channel. I'm going to be uploading it directly to the site here. Now, I don't have a lot of data, but I have enough to where I can upload many, many videos and make sure that they are here and protected away from YouTube taking away my account, right? So I'm not living in fear anymore about the kinds of things I want to cover. So some of the stuff I'm going to cover here is going to be, you know, it's going to be stuff you're not going to see anywhere else, exclusive material. And again, this is free. I'm not going to even ever charge a subscription fee. You know, a lot of people are, you know, are telling me suggestions on how to run my website, and I appreciate all your suggestions. I do. And I appreciate the fact that you want to. A lot of people are like, just put up a PayPal button, just do it. There's people that want to give. I'm not going to do that. I already made a pact with God about how I'm going to run this website. And again, for those that want to support it, there's instructions in the your newsletter that I sent out on how to do that. Okay, I can't talk about it here because, again, we live in an unfair society, and the powers that be are always looking for ways to keep us in our pens, to keep us locked up. And so, therefore, it is a private thing, okay, that you can do, all right? And we shouldn't even really talk about it here in the chat either. So that's where we're at, you guys. I appreciate all of you guys that showed up today. This is really cool. Got quite a few of you. Oh, whoops, pulled my thing over here. Let's put that back. And it was really nice to see all of you. I'm going to give some shout outs. Why did that open? Okay, let's close that. I see Run to Christ. I see Crystal Riley. I see Life of Cal, Anonymous 32578. Appreciate all you guys coming out. And I think this is going to run just as smoothly tonight for Underground World News. Now, if you guys do have time, you know, hang out on the site, click around, take a look at the different areas of the site. There's my friends. I want to show you guys my friends. Channel Life Path TV worked really hard to put this site together. And I've got him at the top. He did all the heavy lifting. I ended up forcing myself to learn how to do this because it's such a great tool. You guys, this is the best thing that I've seen. I got Scrawny to Brawny in here. He's done a lot of great work in the past. I know he hasn't uploaded lately. Scariest movie ever. I want to give a shout out to him. Of course, W7 in the Underground World News and all the guys on the team. And Nicholson 1968. Now, this is not an all-inclusive list, of course, There are others out there that do great work, but I only had so much room to put in here. So I wanted to give those guys a shout out. Again, story posts everywhere in here with supporting information, screenshots, everything you can imagine in these story posts for you guys. And this is it, you guys. It's actually working. The site's working really, really well. Now, is there anything you guys want to talk about before we get off of here? Let me look in the chat here. The black background hurts my eyes viewing the typical white. Okay, thanks for that suggestion or recommendation. I appreciate that. The best part, it's the content. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that too. You guys, no one else is doing this kind of work we do here. And of course, I don't take the credit. This is the Holy Spirit, you guys. This is not me, and you guys have always known that. I'm not some kind of prima donna. I don't have a God complex. My complex is that I love God. That's my complex. I have a love God complex. And all I do every day is try to help bring everyone out of their misery who is suffering through either my example or through finding answers. Okay, the reason why we suffer in this life is we don't have the answers. Okay, there's no answers. And so therefore, we're going to find the answers because the powers that be are not giving us the tools we need to find the answers. Crystal says she wants the video to be bigger. You can increase the size of the video by hitting Control and plus. When you do that, it will make the video frame bigger. Okay. I understand you can't make it full screen because if you do, you won't be able to type in the chat. But that's the way to do it. Control plus plus if you're on a laptop. Not sure how you would do it if you were, let's see here, larger video size, please, is what folks are saying. I'm not sure how you would do it if you were on a phone, but you should be able to make it bigger like that. I don't think there's a way to really make it bigger on the site unless you're like on a laptop. I can try though. I'll take a look. I see some people saying that in the chat. Long time lurker, first time commenter. God bless. All right, Dark Seeker, much love. Intercessory prayer, shout outs. There's Run to Christ again. Check out the Club Kids Connection, Casey. New vid on Run to Christ. Okay, cool. Everybody go check out Run to Christ new vid. There's a Club Kids Connection. Again, I've not seen one video from Run to Christ that I disagreed with, and that's rare for me to say. It's like we're on the exact same page, and I hope it stays that way. Jerry McCurry's having some issues. Sorry, Jerry, could be your internet speed, but if you just hit Control plus plus, it'll make this frame bigger. You'll be able to see it and also be able to chat on the side. It should look no different than what it would look like in YouTube. Thanks, Dark Seeker. Shout out to you and KJ. Appreciate that. Watch it to the end. Chicken Hawk. Yes, the Chicken Hawks. Remember the little bird? He's like, you're a chicken and I'm a chicken hawk. This was a cartoon. Maybe what you have to present is something along those lines, because that is probably what the deal is. Crystal said, I saw some people thought so. It breaks my heart. Look too far into it. Yeah, and sometimes we got to take time away from this stuff, you guys. Too dark, can't customize. Says Anonymous. Okay, so some people want the chat lightened up because it's almost like it's in night mode right now. And so I can definitely take that into account. Life of Cows is a great show. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Crystal. Back to basics. Run across your Venom Club Kids was crazy good. So it sounds like it's a really good video. There's Robert H. Hey, cool. Again, if you see this maintenance fatal error, just refresh. It's going to do that sometimes because of the influx of people. And, it's not going to be perfect, you guys, but I think that this allows us a way out of YouTube. What I'm hoping is that we provide enough of an incentive for people to basically come off of YouTube, and other people and other channels will create the model for success. Okay? Now, I'm streaming this off of a 0.41, 0.35 to 0.41 megabit per second internet speed. That's almost non-existent, you guys. That is like so slow. This is why I can't give you like great quality on the stream. The quality is good though. And see, this is another way they keep you locked into YouTube. You know, if everything's not perfect, you know, you're not going to get everybody to come along with you, okay? And I think, Jerry, I think you might need a new computer. Or, you know, the server goes out every once in a while. It's only done it one time, I think, on this stream. But basically, you know, it seems to be working well for most people. So that's good. Yeah. Control plus plus. The screen will get bigger, and you can see the chat on the side. So that's where they get you. I don't know how YouTube's encoder settings are, because typically when you do a live stream through YouTube, they have their own encoder, okay? And that seems to like adjust. It's like a magic encoder, right? With any internet speed you can stream. And I've done some shows. All of my shows were through YouTube's encoder. Well, now I'm trying my own encoder. This is what you see here in the background. This is called Open Broadcast, OBS. And this is cool because I can, again, copy this, the chat in stream, and then have my video playing over here. Okay, I can do some other things too, like you see Enter the Stars down here, and then for instance there's content, and then the blog spot. Now the blog spot is another place where you guys, if you follow my blog, enterthestars.blogspot.com, if you follow my blog, whenever you get notifications, you'll get notifications on everything. So it's not going through Google Plus, which picks and chooses what you're going to get, you know, notified on. It's not going through your subscription feed, which picks and chooses what you're going to get notified on. It's direct, and I don't know exactly how blogs work in terms of when you follow someone, how you get notified. It might go straight to your email. I don't know. But if you don't want to sign up for the newsletter, just sign up to my blog spot, and you'll get every single video that I like. You will get notified because I like all my own videos, and then you're going to see what I'm watching as well. And so the videos that I like and watch, you'll get to see that too. So it's almost like you're inside my head, okay? Which is kind of cool, because then we can all work together to get to the bottom of all this. All right, when I click live stream, sends me to YouTube. Yes, and then to come over here, you go in the description box of the YouTube live stream. There's a link. It says enterthestars.com/live, and that'll bring you over here to the chat. There's instructions in the description of the YouTube watch page of how to get here for the chat. Hopefully everyone looked down there. And again, from now on, this is how it's going to be, as long as this continues to work. All right. Better than CNN, says Don Parker. See, Papa Bear. Those who come here is because they want to. Exactly. Those who don't, it's because they don't want to. Okay? That's pretty much the bottom line. Back to Basics says, thank you for all your efforts to bring us this information. It's not easy. I appreciate it. Back to Basics. So what's happened is, okay, they haven't not made this easy. And I understand some people's frustration with the process, because when we first started trying to do this, the website kept crashing. Well, I had to upgrade it. Okay. This goes back to the Matrix and how the Matrix is built. Okay. This is what they do. They make it so that everything is hard and everything is complicated. They do this on purpose, because once they do it, normal common folk without the knowledge have a very tough time making a difference in this world. This is how they keep the pyramid in place. People at the top of the pyramid have been taught the ways of the Matrix, going back generations to generations, handing it down from father to son to daughter. And they then can rule over all of us that don't have the knowledge. Okay? That is what's going on here, you guys. Make no mistake. They are ruling over all of us that do not have the knowledge. They also keep us enslaved through data. We're data slaves. Okay? We are living in a bit stream of data. Those of us who can afford it have it, and those that do not, do not. The world goes around. Now, there's nothing fair about this system. It's an enslavement system. Okay? This is how they keep us controlled. And the internet is no different. It took a lot of coordination on this channel to get to this point to where we could even do this. Okay? It took a long time, a lot of coordination, a lot of help from people. I want to give another shout out to Enchanted Life Path TV, who made this all happen. He built this site. Okay? I'm hoping the others will follow. I hope people like Run to Christ will have a site like this. I'm hoping that Scariest Movie Ever will have a site like this. I'm hoping I did help Dabu install a chat on his site yesterday. You guys, we need to get off of the breast of YouTube. It's only going to get worse from here. And if we're not set up to make the transition, many of us are just going to wither away and die off the vine. Because what happens is people are no longer going to individual websites anymore. They're going to mega websites to get their information. And they are just simply going to forget. And when you do a search, Google is simply going to erase channels like this out of the history books and off of they're going to say that it's a fake news site, or they're going to say this or say that, and no one's going to care, and life's going to go on, and people are going to forget. And that's what they're banking on. But as long as we can stay in contact through the email newsletter, that can never happen. Okay, that can never happen. Now, what else do we have here? I'm going to give Jerry some advice. Jerry, if you're having this many problems, I would recommend that you just get in like an ad block. Maybe it's the ads on the site that are causing you problems. Maybe a little bit more RAM on your computer. But if you block the ads on this site, then it will make it so that you don't have so much load on the computer loading these videos. Let's take a look at all of you guys around the world while we have the crowd in here. This is awesome. I want to pull this up. This is the globe. Let's take a look. Much love to you, all of you guys that are here. Let's zoom this in. Let's take a look at this. I want to give some shout outs. We got Picton, Ontario. We got Brantford. We got Pittsville, Wisconsin. Kansas. Mesquite, Texas. We got North Carolina. Can't even see some of these under here. We got Claiborne, Texas. That might be me. No, I'm in Fort Worth. I'm the Fort Worth tab here. Let's see who else we have here. Did I miss Florida? I guess I missed Florida. Someone down in Cape Coral, Florida. Now, all these red dots you see are everyone that's come to the site. 31,000 people have come to this site already. That's amazing. And we're reaching Africa. We're reaching South Africa. These are places that need to see the truth. We're even reaching the Middle East, the Arabian Peninsula. Look at this. India. Look at this. The Philippines. I give a shout out to my brothers and sisters in the Philippines. Japan, China, Russia. Gosh, Russia's pretty locked down. Look at this. I didn't know they had that much censorship in Russia. They got more censorship in Russia than they do in India and even in China. Wow. And of course, my brothers and sisters in Australia, New Zealand. This is pretty cool. A lot of brothers and sisters in New Zealand and Australia. Love each and every one of you guys. Now, one day, we're going to get a big red dot down here in Antarctica. And when that happens, I'll do a show, and that'll be cool. And we can talk about this. But there's some weird stuff going on here, you guys. Give a shout out to Hawaii. There are people that have come to this site from islands out in the middle of nowhere. Here's islands off the north coast of New Zealand. We also have some folks in South America. Let me give me shout outs to South America, the Caribbean. Okay. Was this Cuba? Oh, that's right. They have censorship in Cuba. Central America, Mexico. Not too many people watching this channel from Mexico. I should do Spanish. Now, look at this. Look at this island out here. Not much out here. Is this the Bermuda Triangle? Somebody from the Bermuda Triangle came to the channel. And the Azores. We have the Azores. We have Greenland, even. Iceland. Folks from Iceland. Norway, Sweden. Much love to all you guys. Now, one of these dots I was looking at. Oh, look, we got Spain. We got somebody out in the Canary Islands that is actually watching the show right now. Much love. Now, I encourage you guys to connect with each other and use this map. I mean, think about how fun this could be to talk to people from around the world, see how they live their life, step outside of our shell, get encouragement from other brothers and sisters who are walking our walk as free thinkers, who are undergoing persecution just for thinking for themselves. Okay? Now, this is off the east coast of Africa. This is weird because we were looking at this, and there's no island out here. So this either came off of a cruise ship or military. So they got our eye on us, but we got our eye on them. We also have a couple of these random islands off the coast of Madagascar where people have viewed this channel in this website, and that's pretty cool too. So I just want to familiarize you guys with the globe, get you guys all talking to each other, get you guys coming back to the website so you can chat and have people to talk to, so you know that you're not going crazy, so that you're not going out of your mind. Okay? And that's what this is all about. Now, we'll go back in the chat and we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Glad the stream stayed on. Rebel Yell, sorry. Much love to Germany, my folks. Germany, New Orleans. Sorry, Rebel Yell. You got the Control Plus to work. That's good, Jerry. I was praying for you, man. I'm glad that started to work. So basically, yes, you should see sound. People are asking the live show. Yeah, the live show, if you're in the chat, well, you're not going to hear me if you're not able to see it, is to the left of the chat. And maybe some of you guys in the chat that can hear me can help the people out that are having a problem. Also, let them know to go ahead and refresh the page if they are getting this error, which is what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Just hit the refresh. Sometimes the server pops in and out. We did have a lot of people on, and so this is what happens sometimes. But basically, there's an overlay, and I'm really not supposed to say this because Google is really picky about ads, right? But you have to close this ad in order to see the feed, okay? So that's just what you have to do. Looks like the site just went down. We're going to go ahead and close out this live stream, you guys. Looks like they figured us out this time. But hopefully we will be rolling again for next time. See, this will intermittently pop off sometimes, and then usually it comes right back up. But we're going to go ahead and close out this stream. I feel like this was a good stream. And again, join us tonight for Real Talk, actually Underground World News. It is going to be on my channel, streamed to enterthestars.com. Dabu should be on with us, maybe some of the other guys. And much love to you guys, and take care and be safe.